Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. And in this video I'm going to show you everything has been added, changed and fixed in Minecraft Snapshot 21w40a. As you can see, we're currently in the snapshot. So if you like Minecraft videos like this one, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft 1.18 content. So we will just get started with today's snapshot. So this snapshot released on a Thursday and not on a Wednesday as usual. That's just because they had some technical issues yesterday and so they released it today. But now at least we have 21w40a. Let's go into creative and let's create a new world. So once again, the modding team asks you and highly recommend you to back up your worlds before opening them in this snapshot. I'm just opening a new world so I don't have to do that. But please make backups of your world, definitely if you're playing in these snapshots, because there's lots of stuff still not perfect, definitely with the generation, and well, there could be different bugs and stuff like that, so make sure you have backups of your world. So this snapshot is called Near Final Ores, and yes, I'm still also doing a live stream at the same time, so no editing in this video, and it also means these are my first impressions of this snapshot. So Near Final Ores it's called, and this time around we've done some additional tweaks to world generation and a few to mob spawning, so we'll go into that into detail in a second. And they've also added a survey, and you can fill it in. It's a survey about the Minecraft performance. If you've played the Minecraft snapshots, then make sure to fill in the survey. I will leave a link to the survey in the description down below. But now we can just get into the changes of this snapshot. So here we are in the world. Nothing too immediate, I think, but we'll see what happens. So first of all, there are some world generation tweaks. Alright, so let's go into those. Of course, I can't really show them off here, but I'll read the patch notes off for you. So first of all, they've updated the ore generation once again to make branch mining deep down more rewarding. So there's a new chart as well, which I can't really show since it's a live stream, but I'll leave a link to the chart in the description down below so you can check that out. It's very, very similar to ones we've had before already, but some main points are just that, well, if you strip mine down at the bottom of the world, you will get more ores. First of all, there will be more unexposed diamonds. So exposed diamonds just means that you can see them if you're walking around in caves. And unexposed diamonds means that you have to break a block of stone or any other block before you can see the diamonds. So there should be more of those now, which makes at least strip mining more rewarding for diamonds. Then there's also iron above Y80 now, with more iron as you go higher. And that's just so that there is more iron in any of the mountains. Let's go over to a lofty peaks. Or not. Let's go over to a snowcapped peaks. Well, I don't know what's happening here, but the new mountain biomes are not in here anymore. For some reason. Yeah. Alright, they removed the mountain biomes. I guess that's a little bit of a bug. So they might be here, but yeah, they're definitely not in the locate command. Meadow? Ah, the meadow is here. That is quite odd. That's probably a bug, I think. Or I just messed something up, that's also possible. There are stony peaks. Let's try stony peaks and then move on to the other. Yeah, okay, there's stony peaks. I don't know what's happening there. Really strange. But there should at least be some iron in these biomes now as well. And there will also be more gold generating below Y minus 48. So some more gold if you strip mine down at the bottom of the world. Then non-cave biomes no longer change with height. So no more savannas in the sky and things like that. Alright. Then they tweaked the relative size of biomes to match 1.17 a bit closer. So a lot of biomes were a little bit too common and some were a little bit too rare. So they should be a little bit more like in 1.17 now. So it's, for example, jungles and badlands should be a little bit more rare in this snapshot. Furthermore, they increased the average size of most biomes. This means that most biomes aren't in the same places as before. So we shouldn't see a very small biomes anymore, and most of them should be a little bit bigger at least. They fixed some aquifer issues. A side effect is that aquifers are in different places now compared to last snapshot. So yeah, the generation won't be the same as in last snapshot, which is also why you make backups of your worlds. Alright, let's see if we can find a nice aquifer here then. So we'll give ourselves some night vision. There we go. And let's see, so aquifers should, well, be fixed. There were probably a couple of bugs there which have been fixed. And now the aquifers should be a whole lot better. So there's a beautiful example right over there. I still don't quite like this floating stuff, but it works. They slightly increased the frequency of underwater magma blocks. Haha, there is one example right over there. So you should see a little bit more magma blocks, which you can get some air from, of course, when you're swimming through these kind of caves. Then they increased the amount of dungeons, especially below height 0. So let's see, yes, there's a dungeon right over there. So there should be a little bit more dungeons in your world now, so they should be a little bit more easy to find. There's another one right over there. Below Y0. They still generate with cobblestone and mossy cobblestone though. It would be nice if it did generated with cobbled deep slate or something like that. But who knows. Then next you can now also find gravel below Y0. So previously you couldn't find any gravel, but now look at this. There's gravel below Y0. Then the villages are a little bit more spread out. So this means that the villages are a little bit more rare. Which I think is a good thing. Because, well, it should be something that's you just stumble upon and not something you can just find if you just move like 10 blocks away from the previous one. And I hope they really add this change to better condition as well, because villages in better condition are way, way, way too common. Also, interesting placement of a farm right over there. Then they removed water lake features and aquifers provide local water levels. Aha! So the little water lakes shouldn't exist anymore. So there's a little lava lake there. But we shouldn't see little water lakes around here anymore. And indeed, I don't see any of those. So they are just aquifers, but not the little water lakes we had before in 1.17 and earlier. Also, that's a nice aquifer right there. Amazing. Then, some mob spawning changes. So, Axolotl will now only be able to spawn in water, above clay blocks, in lush caves. Alright, so you shouldn't be able to find any Axolotl in any other biome anymore. So, let's see if we can find a lush cave and some Axolotl in them as well. So, locate biome, lush caves. There's one 600 blocks away, so that's teleports to it. So, they can now only spawn in water and above clay. So, let's see if we can find a little part where that has been satisfied. This is not a very large lush cave. Alright, so they could spawn in here, for example. So this is a valid spawning location for the Axolotl. There's currently no here, but they could generate here if they wanted to. Alright, then for glow squids, they now only spawn in water blocks below height 30. So any oceans or stuff like that probably won't have any glow squid, since they most likely don't reach all the way down to Y30. But any water below Y30 can now contain glow squid. Then for the other water mobs, so cod, salmon, pufferfish, tropical fish, squid and dolphins, they can generate in the water between level Y is 50 and Y64. So only at the top of these oceans and stuff like that and rivers you can now find these fish and the squid and dolphins. But furthermore, tropical fish can now also spawn in the lush caves at any height. So that's a little bit of an exception there. The tropical fish can generate in lush caves. So that's pretty cool. So lush caves and lush caves. So Axolotl and the tropical fish can generate lush caves. And technically glow squid could generate there as well, if it's below Y30. Then, if you find a dripstone cave, you can now, once again, find the zombies there. They removed the zombies last time, but they've added them back now. So, the zombies should be back in the dripstone caves. But, drowned can also spawn there. So, both drowned and zombies can generate in the dripstone caves. And the stony peaks, where we were just at, can now no longer contain any goats. So goats can no longer spawn in the stony peaks, only in the other two peaks biomes. And that's it for the mob spawning changes. That's quite a lot of mob spawning changes actually. Then next there are some random changes, I guess. So first of all, there are some copper changes. So let's go into creative, or actually let's go into survival, but let's get a pickaxe first. Grab an iron pickaxe, why not? And some copper ore, because copper ore will now drop between 2 and 5 raw copper instead of between 2 and 3 raw copper. So let's place some down. And why not, did I not get just a netherite pickaxe? That would be more smart. So let's go to survival. And we can now see that if we break this copper, we can get 2. And there we go, 5 and anywhere between. That's from both these and also the deep slate copper blocks. Both you can get between 2 and 5 copper for every copper ore. And then there's also something with the stone cutter. So let's grab one of those. So in the stone cutter, you can now put in a block of copper. So this one right over here. If you put it in, well, it can be converted into 4 cut copper. So that's 1 block of copper into 4 blocks of cut copper. And that's a whole lot better than in the crafting table. Because if you use a crafting table, you have to actually use 4 blocks of copper to get 4 blocks of cut copper. And using the stone cutter, you can just get 4 times more cut copper than with the crafting table. That's very, very useful. I think a nice change for a lot of people that use a lot of copper. Then a bunch of biome variants with similar features but different shapes have been merged into one, since the shape is controlled independently now. And they also renamed some biomes, and they don't really say what that is here. No, but I'm guessing it's probably the jungle edge. So let's locate biome jungle. Yes, jungle edge has been renamed to sparse jungle. There might be more as well, but of course, since we're live streaming, I can't really check that right now. So this is the sparse jungle. It's just the jungle edge biome where there are a couple less jungle trees, and they are a little bit more spread out as well. Then, of course, there are also a couple of technical changes. So bedrock layers generated dependent on the world seed. And there's some optimized AI for a lot of different mobs. Then furthermore, there are also a whole lot of bug fixes, which of course you can go through yourself as well. I don't think they are that important here. I'll leave a link to the patch notes in the description down below so you can check those out yourself as well. So I think that is pretty much it. So the nether apparently is still broken, so that has not been fixed yet. Another important thing is one bug here is really important actually, and that's for command blocks. So I was working with command blocks lots in the snapshots, and if you were adding a command like this, say hi, clicked done, open the command back up, the command would not be here anymore. But now once again, this has been fixed. So that's amazing. We can work normally with command blocks once again. And so there we go. I think that is pretty much it for MaxStuff 21w40a. So if you like this video, then please make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more Minecraft videos like this one about Minecraft 1.18 or about other Minecraft topics as well. I want to thank my team member, the Smikkelaar. Thank you so much for becoming a tier 3 member. If you also want to become a member, click the blue join button below the video to check out the different tiers. There we go. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll see you all in the next one. So until then, bye bye.